and welcome to another edition of The One Team We Agree On. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Kyle. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, man. This is going to be my favorite show of the year because we have a fun one on tap. It's our annual 2024 MLS kit review. And as always, when there's fashion, we're going to be joined by one of our good friends, Poulomi Banerjee. Poulomi is a four-time guest.
Fourth time.
Yes,
Nice.
four-time
Yay.
guest. She is the designer of the Sons of Ben 2024 membership scarf and is a capo for the Sons of Ben. So, Poulomi, thank you again for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm a little under the weather, so I apologize to anyone listening. My voice is a little weird right now, but I wanted to thank you too for inviting me on. I am so glad that, you were planning this episode and that you thought I would be so great for it and that I didn't need to force you to fly out to California and then force you to sit at a table with me for hours on end to get onto episodes, and that you genuinely were like, Poulomi would be great for this episode, not out of convenience, but because she's great for this.
Mhm.
No, it's
And
always a blast.
speaking of those episodes, I just want to talk a little bit about the last fashion episode that you did, episode 64, where you talked about all of the union kits.
Yes.
I just, I want to make sure that the facts are correct.
And if I can ask, what facts are those?
I have a clip lined up and ready to go to let you know what facts those are.
Hopefully that person's not invited on the podcast anymore. I mean, surely they're never coming onto my podcast. So
Let's listen one more time. Let's just play it back. Play it back.
hopefully that person's not invited on the podcast anymore. I mean, surely they're never coming onto my podcast.
So, I'm really glad that you did, indeed invite me back. But that podcast episode, you released it on January 29th, 2024, which means that you recorded it sometime earlier before then. However, on Monday, February 5th, just before 7 p.m., I received these text messages inviting me on said podcast that I apparently will never be invited on. And for the folks who are listening in their car or at home and turn the video off, what I'm sharing is a screenshot of the text messages where I am being invited on said podcast. Just wanted to set the record clear.
Is this TMZ or the One Team We Agree On? I don't know. But
Just,
but
don't
hey-
start wars on your friend's podcast that you know you can't win.
Well, speaking of that, here to have his rebuttal is our friend, Mr. Todd Lewis. Ty is here to rebut. So, hey, I guess if people are listening, they're like, what is going on? We're going to have some fun today, folks. So, Todd, how you doing?
Yeah, not good.
No, I'm doing good, Kyle. I'm doing good. Thank you
Are
so
you?
much for inviting me. I am. Perfect.
Todd, how would you like to respond to this?
What am I responding to? I mean, I was thinking, I was like, this kind of sucks that you guys don't do it live, so I couldn't
No,
hear
don't
what was
tell
said
him.
beforehand. So now I'm going to have to guess what was said,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to say, I don't know what I'm going to say, actually.
This is how I know that Kyle and Jillian are team me, because I sent them the audio clip in advance. So they could have sent it to you and prepared you. But they
Todd?
didn't. They just invited you on.
Todd?
So now who's looking embarrassed? You don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
Todd's here, heard the clip. Don't worry. He has already sent, he has been sent the clip.
For the record, that's all them.
As I said, it is all of them. So basically, Todd, to catch you up, she shared a screenshot text message of you two where she claims you invited her on your podcast.
She shared that. Wow. Wow. And this was said too, right? Hopefully that person's not invited on the podcast anymore. I mean, surely
This
they're
is now
never
the
coming
third
onto my
time we're listening
podcast,
to that, actually.
Yeah.
So now we can hear it again. That's a good thing about having a mixer board. So the listeners now get to hear my voice again. And I say I'm 100% behind that. You know, I may have said in the past, but what I'm gonna say is, I think somebody took my phone. That's what I'm gonna pull that card out. I
All
don't
right.
think I sent you that text.
Yep. Well, it was Shelby. Let's
It
blame
might have
Shelby.
been.
It might have been Shelby.
It definitely wasn't.
It might have been Shelby. We don't know.
Are you even sure that was me?
Kevin never can know a text, you know, so yeah.
Who else
Exactly.
would have the link to your Riverside website to get into the
A
podcast?
couple of us, maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, everybody has it, of course. Like, who doesn't have it? I'm sure the people listening to this podcast have the link to my Riverside. So, you know, you just click on that link and anybody can join at any given time. And the same with Spaces, right? That's a public link. Like, technically, I guess you're invited. Anybody can hop on there. So
It is. It's true.
I think we need to do a live sometime.
Yeah,
That'd be super fun.
it would be super fun.
Yes.
We need to start I think
Riverside
that's
and
a goal.
StreamYard are not a sponsor yet.
Yeah.
They could be though. Let's be honest. But well, thank you, Todd, for coming on and defending yourself and being now a 7-time guest.
Oh my
Let's
god.
Let's go.
go.
No, he's 7.
That's 7?
Yeah, I
thought that
have
was
a
6.
I have a running tally.
Okay.
I thought it was
sheet.
6 too,
I'm
but
pretty sure it's
Definitely
6, Kyle.
right?
It's 6. It's 6.
Are we counting
Don't
the
make
Andy
him
Green
more
episode?
important than he actually is. It is definitely 6.
All right. Well, there's some debate then, and we will discuss it and get back to you, Todd.
see, now what I'm scared about is the next time that I am officially on this podcast, I don't know when Poulomi is going to hop on, because I'm sure Jillian's going to be like plotting something like, hey, you got to come on then. This is what you got to say. And then we're all going to be caught off guard, just like you guys were. So I appreciate you, Kyle. You know, this was something nice. It took a lot to hold in. And
Yeah,
as
it
soon
was
as I
good.
join, I can't wait to watch the YouTube video again and just see the shock reactions out of everybody. But
Oh, who doesn't say I haven't been working on my video editing skills, that we make this a clip on Instagram or something.
Oh, love
But
it.
now we're going to make it a clip, Kyle.
yes.
Now we're going to make it.
Yeah. So
But yeah, I appreciate you having me on, and I hope you guys don't put the Union jersey in your top 5 kits. It's
I think
one of the worst kits.
I think
That's
you're
what I'm
gonna
gonna say. So I
disappointed.
can't wait to listen to this back and message you guys on Twitter and say,
Mhm.
how could you guys be so high on this Union kit? But in all seriousness, no, I
As
think the Union
Jillian's
kit,
wearing it.
Yeah.
she is. But in all seriousness, I think it's not a horrible kit, but it's definitely not my favorite from what I've seen around MLS. But I think the one thing we can all agree on, Toronto's by far the worst in MLS.
Oh,
By far.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
just awful.
Absolutely.
Spoiler alert, but
And
yeah.
one of my thoughts, I'm going to share something Renee and I were talking about with this kit, where we do have a little bit of, they could have done better, but all right, man. Well, thanks again, Todd. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me
Yeah.
on. Have a good show.
All right, we'll see you.
So silly.
That was fun. Well, now there's probably no one listening at this point, but hey, let's get back to it. So
No,
Julie,
people are listening for the drama.
they're having
Yes.
fun. They're probably like, somebody's probably pulled over dying.
I
there.
know we're gonna have some friends who are gonna be dying listening to this.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
So,
But
yes.
anyway, let's go ahead. Let's
Let's-
talk about what we're wearing today.
Yeah, so obvious choice. So we were at the kit launch yesterday and I got the Union's authentic kit, the new one that just came out. And we got it because we like the sleeves. We were gonna do the replica because it's cheaper, and we got the authentic though because the sleeves, and the replica doesn't have the sleeves like that. So that is what I'm wearing. And I want to note I have a hair clip on that Poulomi got me for my birthday. So thank you. I love it.
That
It
looks
looks great.
really good. It does.
Thank you.
It really does. Thank you, Poulomi, because you're going to be looking awesome in the river end. And also, potentially maybe, well, we'll not go there. But anyway.
And what are you wearing, Kyle?
I am wearing my one of my favorite tailgating, just lounging around skull kit. I love this shirt. It's comfortable. And
Mhm.
it's like, I want to say even has the old Union logo on it. So it's like a real old one. But I just like it. I mean, it's got the skull. I've worn it to a couple tailgates. I wear it a lot of times on like Sundays when we're just lounging around the house. It's comfortable.
It does seem to be your favorite one. It's nice.
It's that one, and I really like the JSP one,
Yes.
which is going to be going up right behind us. I'm going to be hanging the skateboard up with stickers soon. That's like
Nice.
this whole back
Yeah,
wall.
we
is
have
gonna,
we've changed up the backdrop a
Yeah.
little bit. I do like how we're positioned. Like I'm by the
Yeah,
better team
we
here,
kind
and
of
he's
did
by
that.
that team that sucks.
And
All right.
Agreed.
so
So
where can people follow?
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
go share with us what you're wearing.
I'm wearing
Kyle.
a sweater that I made.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, got the patch for $5 on a website. This is all just cricketed on. The original one was gray and it was $60 on the website, and I was just like, I am not paying $60 for that. So I think I paid like $25 for all of this. So I'll be making another one for one of the earlier games this season, but I have a lot of good outfits up my sleeve, so I'm excited.
Love it. I definitely need a cricket. One of my students, his mom has a cricket, and I see the kid and several of his friends that I also have in class showing up in union stuff actually. And it looks great. It's better than whatever Fanatic's putting out. Like these things are awesome. And I said to him, I'm like, did you wear that on purpose since you have my class today? He's like, no, I just really like the new. I'm like, well, either way, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So where can people find us, Jillian?
All right. So you can find us at the One Team We Agree On at on Instagram and Facebook, and at TOTWAG on Twitter. And we are on YouTube at the One Team We Agree On. And we now have a website, theoneteamweagreeon.com, where we've been blogging and posting stuff. And yes, I've been writing too, along with Kyle.
Yeah, and this episode will be dropping at tomorrow, which is Monday. And then we'll have a season prediction show on Tuesday, and also do the kit launch event, which we recorded last night.
So you get 2 episodes
Episodes
this
this
week.
week.
Nice.
And we might have a couple articles from some of Jim's pressers, so keep an eye out for it. It's going to be fun, but let's get into it, because this is one of our favorite shows of the year. So how we're going to do this, Jillian and I, we're going to be sharing a slideshow with all the kits, talking about the background, why these kits were made from each of the club's press conferences. We got 29 kits to go, so folks, stay with us. We're going to be moving through, but we also want to give some feedback on our thoughts. And as always, everybody's got their different opinions.
Oh,
you heard what
yeah.
Todd said about the Union kit.
And I have thoughts.
And we have
Todd's a
different
hater.
thoughts.
Yeah.
We have different thoughts. But that doesn't make it wrong or right. So what I'm saying is, when I've seen on social media some people going after each other about their taste, everybody's got their own taste. It's art, folks. Like,
Yep.
what you look for is commonality. If everybody says the Toronto kit stinks, then maybe there's something there,
I've seen some very strong opinions on Twitter, that's for sure, and some where I'm like, oh boy, I completely disagree with that. But then, but that's the thing, like everyone's entitled to their take. And so yeah, we're gonna go through these, and if you're listening, definitely take a look at the kits when you have a chance, and see what you think.
Yeah, I
So,
would love to hear from you. So comment. This year, 2004, we had 16 primary kits and 13 secondary kits. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. We have here,
right, so we're starting with Atlanta United, the Resurgence kit. This is their secondary. And the story of Atlanta's resilience transcends the ability to overcome the pain of loss, rebuild, reimagine, and come back better than before, embodies the city's collective spirit. And this was just released like yesterday, I believe. All right. My first opinion was, all right, it's decent. It's on the decent tier for me. What do you think, Poulomi?
Everyone really liked it, and I'm happy for them. There's something about it that I just don't like, and I think maybe it's the blue and the yellow. It's like if Union and Nashville had a baby.
Good point.
That's a good point.
Maybe like throw in Montreal in there too. I don't know. I get it. I think it's a cool design, just not for me.
Right.
I like this kit in the sense that a lot of teams have gone with some plain white or like very white. This secondary kit is kind of how you do a secondary kit. You have a design, a little off color. I like the yellow, but you're right. It is you could easily make this a Union secondary kit, and you put a snake there, and no one
Yeah.
would know the difference.
Yeah, imagine it with like a snake, in the background instead of,
It's
whatever
not
that is.
bad. I wouldn't say it's my favorite away kit, but
Agreed.
Yeah.
it's of the better ones. I would say that. Let's put it that way.
It's kind of in mid for me.
Yeah.
It's mid, as the kids say.
All right.
Ha.
All right, let's go on to Austin FC and their secondary, the Armadillo kit. Is a homage to the Armadillo World Headquarters, a legendary music hall that was Austin's go-to concert venue in the 70s. The Armadillo kit reflects the city's always welcome vibe that thrives during every match day at Q2 Stadium.
All right. So again, for me, it's mid. It's very plain. It is, it's okay.
I've seen it with the green shorts, and it actually looks
Oh.
nice. Yeah, the
Yeah, I
green
bet with the shorts,
shorts
it's better.
and the green socks, it looks nice.
Yeah.
There's
I
some.
liked
Go
how
ahead.
this looked on EA better.
It did.
On the EA leak, which
Yeah.
we haven't mentioned once yet, but I liked how it looked there better. I wish it was a tad more cream. I do
Mhm.
appreciate that it's
Yeah.
not white.
Yes, exactly.
I do too. It's simple. I mean, is it bad? No. I mean, I can see. I just love how they're like the armadillo kit. Okay. Like some of these, like when they give like how they created this kit, I'm like, I don't know, man. You could have maybe
Yeah.
done a little bit more, but it's fine.
Yep.
Again, it's one of the better away kits.
All right. So we have Charlotte FC. This is the Carolina kit, Explorer kit. The Carolina kit Explorer is inspired by the topographical maps that showcase elevation changes stretching across North Carolina and South Carolina, from the mountains to the sea. This is one that when I first saw it on the leaks, I was like, "Ooh, I love it." And I still really like it. This is definitely one of my top ones. I really do like the changing colors on it, and it's very clean to me. I think it looks great personally. And so I like both their kits now because I definitely was a fan of the one they put out last year too, the Pop-Tart kit.
Agreed. Yeah, I think if you want to do a white kit, this is such a good way to do it. Like still incorporate color, but you still get the white on the top. I think the story behind it is great. This is like a top 5 kit for me.
What is funny to me is when you look at this, and Pullman, you said that you think this is a secondary kit. It's their primary kit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and that's the thing. I think it was Evan was the first to kind of call that out and say, "Hey, this is a secondary kit. It's amazing." It doesn't scream primary, but I'm not going to knock him for it. What I really like about it, again, is the color changes with the mountainscapes at the very bottom. It's a beautiful kit. Is it my favorite? It's mid for me, only because I wish you could have done a little bit more with that top. You could have had that like right there. They had that really almost grayish what like blue there. You could have just made that the entire top and made that proper.
Yeah.
It's a nice kit though.
Yeah, all in all, I really like it. I do like how it's not too busy, but
No.
that color scheme is really nice.
That's a good
Right.
point, though. Kyle and I were talking about this right before we started recording, is that I wish I had a chart that said what's a primary and what's a secondary. Because some of these,
Mm.
I mean, teams went a little wild with the primary.
Oh yeah.
And so I
Oh, yeah.
can't really tell what is what.
And
It's
that
a good point.
and that's kind of why we're, doing that, because I've seen people say that this is their secondary kit. I'm like, no, that's their primary.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. All right. But pause. I got some reservations too. Chicago Fire's primary kit this year is the Return to Red kit. This kit embodies the fiery spirit and collective determination of Chicago's players, fans, and city. A mix of historic red look with modern flair reflects the current team. The jersey symbolizes Chicago's pride and forges bonds to extend beyond soccer. Soldier Field, the neighborhood, and the club's all for Chicago crest.
All right. So my initial thoughts, I think it's very nice, very clean. This is one where I don't like the logo on it though. Like if you got rid of Carvana on it, I think it is, pun intended, straight fire. Okay. It's pretty good. I think it's the logo on it that really detracts from it for me. And I get like all these kits have a logo, but this is one that just, I don't know, it just like doesn't look as good.
It's the white band, I think, because I love that we're back to red. Like when I think
Yes.
Chicago, I think like
Yes.
bright Bayern red, right? But
Mhm.
I would love to see it without the white stripe and just the logo.
Yeah, that would probably be a lot better, I think.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, one of the things I thought was last year, remember they didn't have a sponsor?
Mm.
They should have
Oh,
kept
you're right.
Forgot
they
about
should
that.
have kept that and just put back the fire. Made it like a throwback kit. Like, do you really need Carvana? Or maybe just put Carvana on the away kit. I don't know. Probably couldn't do that. But yeah, I think outside it's a beautiful kit. Just I don't like the Carvana logo.
Yeah.
That's I would rank that probably in my top half.
All right. So next we have FC Cincinnati's secondary, the
Yeah.
canvas kit. The concept of the FC Cincinnati canvas kit 2024 is to strengthen bonds around the city and promote community engagement.
And make your mark.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be like a blank canvas. This one is bottom tier for me. Okay, the only thing that I like about it is the trim. Okay, like the sleeves and the trim around the sides. That pattern, that's cool. Otherwise, it's just a plain white kit, and I'm not a fan of just plain white kits. So, yeah, the only thing I like is the trim and the sleeves.
And
Agreed.
don't forget the white shorts.
Oh, and they're wearing white shorts with
No,
it
it's with
too.
white shorts.
Yep.
Yep.
Which
Oh
if you had like maybe blue
no.
shorts or something with it, okay. It probably looks a lot better, but yeah, white shorts. I just hate white shirts and shorts and everything.
The sleeve and the trim are fine. But you both are right. It's a white kit.
Yep.
They could have jazzed it up a little bit more. I do like the little V-neck insert I always call them. That's nice, but yeah, it's just bottom half for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to Chicago Rapids.
Colorado Rapids,
Yeah,
Kyle.
wow. Colorado Rapids, thank you. The one flag kit. The Rocky Mountain region knows it takes a village to support the next generation. And the Rapids are putting a stake in the ground and raising their flag in support of access to soccer for all young people. Now, that's a cool statement to make for a kit. Does that really? I mean, it looks like a flag. It's cool.
Yeah. I put this on like it's good. It's
Yeah.
not in my top, but it's nice. I wasn't so sure how I liked it when I looked at just like the MLS kind of picture of it. You know what I mean? Like the really stylized one. When I see it actually like in person, like on people and stuff, I think it looks a lot better.
It does.
Is this a primary or a secondary?
This is the primary.
Okay. I think it's a fun way to do a primary.
Mhm.
Like if you want to get wild with it. But yeah, it's like it's really I like it. But it's one of those kits where they went wild with a primary.
Yeah, I mean, did they hit their mark with the flag? Yeah, it looks like a checkered flag, and so I give them that. But you're right; they went a little too much on this, so it's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not like great. It's not one of my top. So,
All right,
all right.
now for the fun one.
Yep. This is what I think.
Play the Charlie Brown music.
That's what I think about this one. The Columbus Crew.
Columbus Crew.
Yes. So anyway, yeah, I mean, Columbus Crew, that's their primary. So it's called the home kit. It's a jersey fit for the heart of American soccer. The home kit be worn with pride week in and week out at lower.com field as the Crew defend their MLS Cup title. Hopefully they don't miss the ball. Charlie Brown style in this. But
That's
that
a
a
good
Charlie
one. You
Brown
need to edit
reference?
in like but
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's Charlie Brown. I can't unsee that. I'm sorry. It's bottom tier for me because of that.
It's just unfortunate that they are the current champions and they don't have like a knockaway kit that just blows everyone's socks off.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I am. Like I kit.
It's kind of a fun design if you
It
don't
is,
know the
and-
Charlie Brown correlation there.
And the black shorts, it's classic
Yeah.
Columbus Crew with the black shorts. It looks great. But just that the overall design, it's like, okay, somebody missed the ball here.
Did they not see what it looks like?
Maybe they
I wonder.
did. They thought it was be fun. Maybe the group thought that this would be a fun kit, but I don't know if you do this coming off an MLS Cup.
They're just in the
Yeah.
room like they're gonna compare us to Charlie Brown. We're gonna be like trending. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It missed the mark.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
All right. DC United.
All right. So, you wanna
Yes.
All right.
All right. Go ahead with DC
All right.
United.
This is their primary, the Icon kit. The Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge, located just blocks from Audi Field, serves as the model for the Icon kit, driven by the goal of connecting local communities, bridging the club's past with its future, and reaching new fans.
That sounds really familiar to like the reason why we have the bridge,
Right.
Yeah.
bridge, quote unquote, on our kit.
Yes. Yes. I find this one is mid. I think it's not bad. And as someone who's high school and college red and black, you know, I always like that color combination. But you know, don't hate me for liking red stuff, right? But no. So it's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. I don't know. It just I would like to see a little bit more red in there, being DC United. But I get why, because white's one of their colors as well. So I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
I low-key love it. I think it's very DC. I'm
It
like
is. It
40
is.
to 50 minutes away from the city, and
Right.
I feel like this suits them very well. It suits their stadium very well. And this is, I feel like, an unpopular opinion, but I think they're going to have a really good season this year. And by really good season, I mean barely make the playoffs. But that's still really good considering the past that they've had.
Yeah.
So I like this. I like this for what this season could be for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You won't like my season predictions then, although I do love Troy. I love
No,
Troy
everyone
Lions.
has them like at the bottom. Understandably
Yeah.
so.
No, I don't have them at the bottom. I have them just. I think I have them just missing
Just
the play.
under.
Yeah. Let me just double check. All right. Let's go on to now FC Dallas, the primary afterburner kit. I love this. This
Well,
is one of my favorite press releases. It's like
Yeah.
when a jet needs an extra kick to launch from the aircraft carrier, punch past Mach 1, or invade enemy weapons, it uses the afterburner. FC Dallas's new kit symbolized the next step in not only the club's journey, but also their jersey progression from last year's Burn Baby Burn kit. It pays tribute to the original name in MLS, the Dallas Burn.
Okay. So I know a lot of people really don't like this one, but I actually do.
I do too.
I actually like this one. I like the colors, how they kind of change across it. And I don't know, I think that's kind of fun personally. So I'm actually a fan of this one.
This one looks good sometimes and doesn't look good other times. So like on the website to buy it, I think it looks awful. But like on a person, it looks incredible. And I think Kavincha said this in one of his review, but it's like sometimes it looks great, sometimes it looks incredible, sometimes it looks awful. I think on a person, this looks like a phenomenal kit.
Yeah, I agree. And there's definitely a lot of them that look so much better when they're actually on somebody.
The thing I like about it is it pays homage to, like, have had blue kits in the past, they've had red kits in the past, and then you kind of have that transition from both generations. I kind of like that fade there. It's a nice kit. I'd have it in my top half. I'm a really big fan of it, but it's not like in my top, but it's a nice kit.
All right. So next we have Houston Dynamo. Their secondary, the Still Holden kit. Houston birthed an iconic musical hip hop scene in the 1990s that continues to this day and gets a well-deserved homage from the Dynamo. Sporting a bright purple, the city's unofficial secondary color design, the jersey is a tribute to all Houstonians who are still holding it down for H-Town. It's okay.
Orlando 2.0, right?
It does remind me of Orlando.
It does.
Yeah,
And
it's not bad. I love purple. Don't get me wrong,
Oh,
but this is very much Orlando 2.0.
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, for was it secondary kit? Is it secondary? Yes, they're secondary. It's fine, but you're right. It's like, okay, the city's secondary color is purple. All right.
But yeah, it does scream Orlando though.
Yeah, it's like that's the one color I don't know if I'd go on with, but
Yep.
otherwise it's fine.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I have thoughts.
Yeah, a lot of people have thoughts on this one. Okay, so
All right, I'm gonna read this one. Sporting KC secondary. Diamonds Are Forever kit. Shout out to my favorite James Bond movie. What started as a surprise third kit in 2013 quickly became an iconic look for Sporting Kansas City, with the design becoming a ubiquitous brand element. Argyle diamonds are part of the club's identity. Diamonds, and I love how they're like are forever. Like
yeah,
there
like
are. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I first saw the leak for this, I'm like, oh, it looks like grandpa's sweater, you know? But when I actually saw it, what it actually looks like, I don't know, I actually really like it. So that's my thoughts. I actually kind of like it and I appreciate the kind of history behind it, but you know, I don't know, I think it's kind of cool and different than a lot of the other ones we see. So
It's a different color every time I see it. Like this is like a new color that I'm seeing it in. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, this reminds me more of San Jose than Sporting Kansas. And then I saw the MLS edit and I was like, oh no, this actually looks really good. This looks very Sporting Kansas. And this looks really good too, these images that you pulled. I wish that the diamonds were more like traditional, like old school. They're a little bit more modern. But this is nice and the Sporting KC fans are very happy about it. So I'm happy for them.
yes.
I'm not a fan of this kit. Just I'm just not a fan. I think it's the really dark diamonds. I get why they did it. Stand out. I'm just not a fan of it. I mean, are there worse? Is it worse than Toronto's? No.
No.
We're getting
no,
there.
no, it's not. It's just, I don't know. It's something about it. I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so next we have LA Galaxy. It's their secondary, the Angelino kit. The Angelino kit was born from the fan sentiment to bring back the iconic sash, one of the LA Galaxy's original trademarks and a globally recognized foundational design element. Inspired by those who know and love LA, the jersey embodies a future-forward theme and is a tribute to a city born of innovation. The sash is a reimagined modern take on a negative space, addition by subtraction.
Pause.
Yes.
If this is the secondary, is that teal one their primary?
Yes.
That swap it immediately.
Yeah.
That's weird. I definitely thought this was their primary.
Nope, this is their second.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. So yeah, so it's not bad. I always find it funny that they have that pyramid scheme as their sponsor.
So funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not bad. You know, again, it's white, but at the same time it has details, so it's not, you know, the worst.
It's fine.
That's why I say it's fine, but yeah, I wouldn't
I like the sash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a white away kit. I mean, what are you gonna do? But at least they tried to get creative and make it iconic. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, so it's not bad. All right.
All right. LAFC's primary title, the primary kit. Clean, classic, timeless, back in black. That's the press. That's what the press release says. For me, I really am a fan of it. I like that color scheme. I like the stripes in it. It's a nice kit.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but I actually really like it. And I do like the black with the gold details. Like I've always been a fan of that color scheme. And
It's a nice kit.
It's a nice kit. I have to admit, you know,
It's in my top half.
It is. it's much better than the one they put out last year.
Correct.
The one
True.
that looks like, weed smoke or whatever you want to say it is.
Like vomit. I just
Yeah.
think
Yes.
this isn't, I don't know. It's like this feels very overwhelming to me as a kit. I wish they didn't do the third color stripe. Like I don't know if that's a blue or like a gray stripe. I wish
I
it was
gotcha.
just gold stripes,
Yeah.
and then I would have liked it a little bit more, but I think that additional color makes it a little overwhelming for me.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
not just me hating on LAFC
No,
Yeah.
no,
for
no,
obvious
no.
reasons.
No, I see that. I see
Yeah.
that. I think that's a really good shark. When it first came out, I was like, eh. But then as I looked at it more and more, I was like, this is actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
all right. Next one.
Next, we have Inter Miami, and it's the togetherness kit. There's no real statement about it.
Mr.
And
Primary.
Of course.
And okay, full disclosure, I love pink. I don't like this kit.
Yes.
As someone who really likes pink, I don't like this.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think my thing with this kit is that they have been gearing up, telling the media like this is their season. They're gonna take all the awards this season. They're gonna take all the chips. Like they're gonna crush it this season, right? Like they did the whole awful tour because they were like, we're gonna be on top and this is gonna show everyone.
Yeah.
Why would you have an awful kit to have a like record-breaking season in?
Yeah. I find it interesting. This one does not have the collar like the others.
Right.
That was the nice thing about the other one. It was a little different because it had the collar. It looked like something you could actually wear out and be somewhat fashionable.
Now, that being said, I hate collars.
Yeah.
Like on polos stuff, I hate wearing collars. So like I'm glad our kits don't have one, but they look fine on the players. But yeah, I'm just not a fan. Like there's so much more you could do with those team colors. I actually really liked the one that they put out last year. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is the wrong shade of pink too. Like
It
someone
is.
did not look at the brand guide.
yeah, it's like Pepto.
It really, really is. You could
Yeah.
have gone a little bit more of like in the
You're
flags
in
that
Miami,
like
okay?
in the flags of
Like,
you could have gone a little hotter.
Be
Maybe
bright and colorful and embrace that. Like the Marlins have, as much
Right.
as they suck, I embrace the colorfulness of what they do there. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thoughts. All right, let's get to this next one.
Minnesota United, their primary for 2024 is a Starry Night kit. The broad Starry Night theme revokes majestic panorama of the Minnesota night sky. The kit presents a fresh take on a black look, deepening the city's connection with their primary color, reflecting the breathtaking, boundless glory of the Northern Star State.
Love, 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 love. I love this one. This is one of my top ones easily. And I loved their one last year, as you know. And even though it looks like a, 90s like soda cup, you know what I'm talking about, like those cups. I love it though. Like that's 2 years in a row. I'm like, I said to Con, like Minnesota trying to make me like a fan of them or what? Because they keep putting out really good kits. And no, I think it's great though. It's a nice tribute to their state. And yeah, I think the space theme is really cool though. So that's my thoughts. I just love it.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I like it. I love a black kit. Like I will always love a black kit. They have a
Same.
great sponsor. Can't go wrong with Target.
Yes.
But that is definitely an ultrasound, like on the bottom. I've definitely Googled an ultrasound and found one that looks just like it. Like the baby's head is on like the bottom right. I'm gonna edit this one day so I can like put them side by side. Great kit though. Cannot go wrong with a black kit.
No, it's a classic kit for Minnesota United with their black kit, and they spiced it up, and they did a real nice job with it. I this is one of my favorite kits from this year. I'd probably put it in my top 5, top 10 easily.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Love it.
All right.
All right. So next we have CF Montreal, their secondary kit.
Mhm.
La Main is the nickname for Boulevard Saint Laurent, Montreal's central artery where east and west ends meet, a street that runs at the heart of the city, which has historically reunited its diverse communities, which we were in Montreal last August and we're hoping to go to the away game, by the way. this year because it's in the summer. So
Nice.
yeah. So this one, it reminds me of the Unions
Yep.
that we just retired, with the stripe down through the crest on the side where the heart is. And
Yep.
yeah, so I mean, it's okay. It kind of reminds me of like cold Canadian, north there. It's a little icy looking. Okay. At least I mean, it's kind of cool how the stripe is kind of textured, or however you want to describe that. That's cool, but it's just meh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's like they like ran out of time to design it, and they were like, "What kit did we like last year? Union. How
Yeah,
do we make it ours?"
it's kind of phoned in a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an away kit, and they did something different with it. Yeah, we can all say it's the Union's kit, but I mean, it's not bad. At least they did something. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nothing special, but it's a nice kit.
Yeah.
Better than a
mean,
white kit.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly. And that's kind of the theme. It's better than just a plain white kit.
Yes.
All right. Nashville SC. Their primary is the 615 kit. Nashville galvanized their community with record-breaking attendance, multiple Audi MLS playoff runs, and the largest soccer-specific state in the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah.
And also they did mention that also 615 is also for their communities.
Yes.
So this is for the community as well. So I'm not a fan of it.
After they had that good like black kit that they put out,
Yes.
this one's just like, eh.
It's a Nashville home kit.
So hear
And-
me out.
Yeah.
I felt the same way when I saw the release, right? The FIFA release. I was like,
Right.
that is the worst kit.
I
just thought
hated
was the
it.
worst,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But then the way that they released it, so if I don't know if it's going to be on the back or if it's on the corner, but they have patches that are
Right.
free if you went to the jersey release party, but $10 if you didn't, for each neighborhood in the area that you can get onto your kit. And they're doing a tour this week where they're going to each of those neighborhoods to do like a party, like a kit party. I think that's genius. I would eat that up if I lived in the area, and that made this kit a lot better for me.
That is actually really cool. And
Yeah.
I would say like seeing this in person, it's a lot better. And knowing that detail, much better. Yeah, I hated it when I saw remember
I
how we
could do
saw
without the blue strip, I think.
That's
There's just
that
gold,
yeah.
electric gold, I'd be fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that blue stripe across the front that doesn't do it for me. When I saw the leak, I was like, ew, that looks awful. But in person it looks a lot better. Like it kind of brings it to like kind of mid-level. I'm like, it's okay.
With blue shorts too.
Yeah, with blue shorts. Okay.
I want to see us in person this year. I like the story, like you said, you shared that because I saw that same. I think it was Ben Wright wrote an article on it as well. It's pretty cool. I don't know, that blue stripe is just so like in your face for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's another one I have thoughts about.
All right. So New England Revolution's primary kit, the Boston Tea Party kit. On December 16th, 1773, American colonists, frustrated by taxation without representation, dumped 342 chests of tea into Boston Harbor. The Boston Tea Party, as it became known, was the first major act of defiance to British rule over the colonists. The Rev's 2024 kit pays homage to the most defiant act in their region's history. The time colonists said enough is enough, it's time to bring the fight to Britain's rule.
I love how they bolded that, like, bring the fight.
Yes.
Okay, can I say something? Does this scream Boston Tea Party to you?
No.
No.
The dots. If they got rid of the dots, this would have been such a good kit, in my opinion.
I don't disagree with
And
you,
the dots
Poulomi.
are supposed to represent ripples.
In what world?
In the way, like how, like,
Thank you.
I know. I was like, what? They're supposed to represent ripples, like that, that from, the event of the Boston Tea Party to history and how that all had the effect. It's like, I don't see ripples with that. I'm sorry. It looks
Why
fine.
didn't you just design water or like a flowing river?
I mean, we could just have They could just had like somebody paint the Boston Tea Party on there and we would have
That
gotten well.
too.
I love the premise. I'm a history buff and
Yeah, me too.
I love the premise of it, that's
Yeah.
cool. And the kit itself, I think, looks fine.
I mean, like you said, Poulomi, if they just didn't do those little dots, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
It would have been fine. Like just had white stripes.
Stripes would probably been better.
Even white
Yeah.
stripes would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Get your headache medicine ready.
Yeah. New York Red Bulls primary, the legacy kit. For the first time ever, New York Red Bulls are nodding to their history and tapping into the beginnings of the club. The new jersey pays homage to their legacy, fan base, and local area.
Yeah, it's kind of headache inducing a little bit. I think
fine.
it actually, like, when I first saw it, like, just in the picture, I think on like MLS's website, like when they have like that stylized picture, I'm like, ew, that's not
lot.
great. Yeah. On like in person, like on a person, I actually think it looks decent. It's kind of cool looking. Like I like kind of the concept of it. I think for me, I told Kyle this, like, I really don't like red and yellow. So I think it's just like the Red Bulls logo in the middle that just like I don't like all that. I don't like the yellow in the middle of it. I get it's part of the logo, but for me, it's like if it didn't have that, it'd probably be pretty cool looking. It just makes it really, really busy because it's already a very busy design.
It is. I think it is funny that the Red Bull logo's there twice.
Yeah, it is.
The Red
Yeah.
Bull's in their name, and I don't think I've ever actually realized that. I think this kit at first it was giving Tony the tiger, and then I saw it on a person, and I was like, oh, this is honestly kind of nice on a person. And when you think about like the dominance of Red Bull all
Yeah.
over the world and like all the different
Mhm.
sports and like the insanity behind just like the company in general, like I
Mhm.
feel like this makes sense for them.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, not a team that will carry the essence of Red Bull through.
Yeah.
But it's not, I think it looks kind of fire on a person.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely much better on a person.
I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but I don't think it's bad. It's just a Red Bull kit. I mean, it's a unique design on a Red Bull kit, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. NYCFC secondary, their 24/7 kit. The 24/7 kit embodies the New York City night scene and the bright lights that shine through the dark to reflect the restless nature. This kit can live beyond match day, just as New Yorkers normally jump from activity out to the club, onto the pitch with their friends, or getting a slice of pizza at 2 a.m.
All right. This one actually I think is really clean. Like this one actually,
It's nice.
I like its dark kit. That always looks good. I like how the bright colors stand out and it's just kind of simple, but I really like how the brighter colors stand out on the darker jersey here. So I think it looks nice actually. It's actually one of my top ones, I would say. Like, or I'd say it's like definitely in like the good tier of kits.
Yeah, I hate to love it. This is my number one. Like by a mile, this is my number one. I think this is clean. I love a black kit. I like the use of their colors. I think this is top tier.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of it when I first saw it, but the more and more I've seen it, it's nice. I mean, it's in my top. I'd probably put it in my top 10.
Yeah, it's definitely in
Look
like
at the
my top
Cooligans.
5.
Look at how cute they look. Like
Yeah.
they're so happy.
Yeah.
For them, it's a nice kit. I'll give it to them.
Yeah.
And they did like a fashion show
Mhm.
to release the kit. It was on my stories last night because I follow Saturdays. It's like Saturday's football. I can't even remember the store name, but they
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
a vintage
I
kit
know
store in New York. And they were at a fashion show and they had like performers and they were showing the kit. It looked awesome.
Yeah. Nice. All right. So next we have Orlando City's secondary, the Legacy Kit. As the club celebrates their 10th anniversary in MLS, the Legacy Kit looks back to a time when Orlando City were a flourishing young lower league powerhouse looking to break into MLS. Forced at the time to choose an alternate color from the club's signature purple due to extenuating circumstances, Orlando City's famed red kit was born. So I think the badge is cool with the lines. I like that. Otherwise,
That's
it's
fire.
yeah, like that's the part I like about it. The trim's okay, but otherwise, it's a white kit.
It's
It's a,
technically like not a white kit though, right? It's like
it's like an off-white.
is it off
it's
white?
like a
Yeah.
super light purple. It's
Is
like
it?
if
It's hard to
someone
tell
threw
there.
in
Okay.
something purple with like white t-shirts in the laundry. That is like the shade.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's
hard
like
to
an
tell
off
that
color.
there. Yeah.
An
It
off
is.
color.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. It's for me, like I'd say, yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
I actually had this down there with Toronto when they first released it.
Oh.
I thought this was bad, and I said that to a couple Orlando fans. And then one of them was actually very nice and kind of told me the history of it, and then I read about I actually do like the badge. I think
Yeah.
the badge is nice. I like the sleeves.
Mhm.
Um, and the more they kind of told me the history and all that, I was like, okay, that makes sense. So I bumped it up a little bit. It's a white kit, but at least it has some style, flair, and like you said, it's an off-white. Um, I think for what they went for, they hit the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
that's
want
cool.
a shirt that has that badge like huge on the center. Like I think
Right.
that the three
Yeah.
lions, right? They're lions. Those are
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely the best part of it, easily.
Do you want to take this next one?
All right, here we go. Okay. And yes, you see the picture I chose to put on here.
That's top 10. Great photo.
Yes.
Kelsey
Yes.
crushed it with the photos. It was a Bayern inspired photo shoot. I love her.
Oh,
These are great.
so many good pictures. All right, so we have Philadelphia Union's new primary kit, the 15 kit, or in Roman numerals, XV.
Yeah.
So this year marks the 15th season in club history, and the 15 kit connects the past, present, and future. The first ever Union kit featured a wide gold stripe down the center, and this kit will act as the bridge between that traditional design and the more progressive trend of Union kits in recent history. And when I first saw this on the leak, I was like, love, 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 love. This is awesome. I've been wanting like snakeskin pattern. We had the one in, the previous one with the kind of before the one we just had, the 20 to 21, whatever one, that one had like kind of the really, the snake scales kind of that were very subtle. And I love this. And when I saw it in person, I was like, all right. And it looks even better on. And yes, like wearing it, I'm like, I like it. The only thing I would like is I wish it had like shinier gold or something. The gold would stand out a little more because that's just me. But I think it looks great on the players. I mean, well, Julian Carranza could wear like,
A
the trash
trash
bag.
bag.
He could wear a trash bag and look great. But the guys definitely look great in it, and with the shorts and everything are good. So I know the like snake skin, some people think it looks like tire tracks or whatever, and it's supposed to look also like the bridge trusses with with having the Commodore Barry Bridge right behind. But I don't know, I really like it, and it's one of my top ones. And that's like my unbiased view. I actually really like how it turned out. So yes, you guys thoughts?
I am not a hater like Todd.
Yeah.
And I think that this is a good kit. This is not my preferred style. I think if it was like snakeskin down the center or just gold, I would definitely buy it. I'm not a huge fan of the light blue and the yellow. And I know it's the city of Philadelphia's colors, but like you can even see in my son's event scarf, right? I made it navy blue. Like one, because I knew we're getting a new primary, and two, because I'm like not a big fan of the light colors. I typically just wear neutrals, so I love the navy blue and the gold. Great kit though. Happy for everyone. Not for me.
Love the sleeves and the light blue. Just love everything about it. The only thing I wish, like on that EA leak, that center stripe was a lot darker. Like to the point you could hardly even see like the game, like the patch, which is fine. I wish that was a little bit bolder and just have it stick out a little bit more. Otherwise, this is a great kit. It's something that I really, really like. It's in my top 5. Sorry, Todd. Would I say it's in the top 3 all time for the Union? Because I kept saying that for the last couple of episodes. It's maybe top 5, but
yeah, I don't think my top 3 changes.
I don't know if my top 3
Yeah,
changed.
same.
Now, if we go, that being said, if we go and win like the MLS Cup wearing this,
And I love it.
then we
Yeah,
love
yeah,
it. Yes.
yeah.
Favorite kit ever.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not in my top 3.
All right.
All right, I love
Oh,
this one.
love.
Portland secondary, the Nature Unites kit. Portland, Oregon region has taken leadership position in drive to protest,
To protect
protect, yeah, protect. I gotta get my glasses on.
natural spaces.
Protest the environment.
Well,
yeah,
no,
right. Go ahead. You
Okay,
wanna
I'll
take
just
it?
read it.
All right.
Yes. Drive to protect natural spaces and encourage environmental sustainability, acting as first movers in aggressively embracing and promoting key practices like recycling, composting, and green energy. Nature, like the game of soccer, has a unique and powerful way of connecting people and communities.
I love
Love.
this one.
Love.
This is a top 3 kit for me, and I wasn't initially, but the more and more I look at this, I love this kit. Even like I've seen people say should be more in the center. Well, the
Mm-mm.
evergreen branches are kind of like the stripes and like the sides, so I'm cool with it. I think it's a really nice kit.
Yeah, I think it's creative and it does pay good homage to Portland and the Pacific Northwest. I really like it.
I love a cream kit. The amount of
Mhm.
outfits that I can think of in my head that you could do with this kit, just
Mhm.
so many. I think the colors are great. I still love their Heritage Rose kit
Yes.
from what, like 2 seasons back, maybe?
That was an amazing kit.
Yeah, it was.
That one was so good. Like this one, killer, love it. However, how sustainable are we being with that big tree trunk that we're cutting at every game? You know, like
Yeah, true.
Fair point.
that's
fair
like my
point.
one thing that I'm like, that is a little silly, but this is a great kit.
Yes.
All right, Real Salt Lake.
Real Barcelona.
Barcelona.
This is the Peak Utah kit. The mountains are an essential part of everyday life in Utah, providing a home for wildlife and a sanctuary for the people who flock to them. This kit draws inspiration from the Wasatch Mountain Range that begins 10 miles from Real Salt Lake, America's first field, and can be seen from all angles of the club's home venue.
Now, it's nice, but yet when I first saw it, I'm like, that reminds me of something. Barcelona. Yeah, it does look like other kits. That being said, I think it's nice and I get the inspiration behind it, and Utah is beautiful and they have the mountains and that's cool. So I think it definitely looks nice, but yeah, it just reminds me too much of other kits.
Mhm.
Yeah, agreed. I feel the same way. It's definitely Barcelona, but that doesn't mean it's not nice. I think this is still a great
Exactly.
kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice kit.
It's just not as doesn't feel very original.
I had a problem with where the peaks were, but then the more and more I think about where you're gonna put the peaks, if you're gonna do a peak
Ah.
kit, you're not gonna put them down below at the base because that's gonna look awkward. Yeah, it's fine. It's a Barcelona kit.
All right.
All right.
Next we have San Jose Earthquakes. It's their secondary. So this is the 50 kit. 2024 is the Earthquakes' 50th anniversary, making them one of the oldest clubs in the United States. The 50 kit is a celebration of their founding and a thank you to the first generation of pioneers who built it from the ground up, homage to their NASL era. Now, when I first saw it on the leak, I was like, what? And then when I realized what it was and how it's paying homage to their history, I'm like, that's really freaking cool, you know? So yeah, I think that's really cool what they did there, and it's very classic looking, and for being pretty much like a white kit, it's definitely one of the better ones, I think, because of the history and the premise behind it.
Yeah, agreed. I think the crest is incredible. It's similar to
Yes.
Orlando, where like I'm not a huge fan, but the crest makes it.
Yes.
I love this skit. Only because, and I'll explain to you why. So I went back and looked at like the history of the San Jose Earthquakes when they were in the NASL. And like this is one of their original kind of kits. Now San Jose has done red kits in the past, like even as recently as a couple years ago. But to bring back the old logo, just kind of take one of their old jerseys and just update it. That's kind of cool to do for 50th year. Is it in my top 10? No. But I do love it. I also love the jacket that guy is wearing. Like if I was a San
That is
Jose
nice.
if I was a San Jose Earthquakes fan, I would probably get that. That is a really nice jacket.
Yeah, that is cool. And fun fact, my dad briefly played with the team in the NASL.
Yes,
No
he did.
way.
Yeah,
No,
Fort
yeah.
Lauderdale Strikers.
Yeah, my dad, yeah, he was with the Fort Lauderdale Strikers briefly.
Okay,
So.
wait, jacket, over under, is it more expensive than the kit or less expensive than the kit, you think?
Oh, I think it's definitely, it's probably, well,
It's probably over 100.
it's probably over $100 at least, but yeah, so depending if you get authentic or not. Yeah.
I had
So,
no idea.
yeah.
Could
All
even
right.
out.
Yeah.
All right. So Seattle has their primary, which is called the anniversary kit. For their 50th year, the Sounders will wear a bold kit reflecting Seattle's tradition as one of North American's soccer's most iconic clubs.
Yeah. So when I saw the leak for this, I hated it. I was like, oh, I don't like the color scheme or how it looks. It looks bad. And then when I saw it actually and saw it, on people, I'm like, okay, actually, I like it. It wasn't, it's definitely not my top tier, but I can appreciate it for sure. And I like, the premise behind it and everything. Maybe it's just like the color scheme I didn't like as much, but I think it looks pretty nice. It's pretty clean.
Yeah, I like the history behind it. Like I like the
Mhm.
reason why they did it, but I don't think I've ever truly liked a Seattle kit.
Yeah.
Since watching MLS. And I think Seattle's one of the teams that like I knew existed before I watched MLS. And I think it's just the colors. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
To me, I love the little Seattle old school NASL patch down there at the bottom. This old Seattle. I wish that was their primary logo again, like the old school 1970s Sounders. I get what they're doing with their original colors of green and light blue. I get all that. They never wore stripes in 50 years. I was looking, they had one year where they had this weird stripe kit that didn't look right in the 80s. And I don't know. I was so hyped for this when I saw the leak, and now I'm just like, eh.
It reminds me of
It's
wallpaper.
okay. It's really nice, but it just looks like it's worn out. Like it's like
Yeah.
somebody washed it 10 times already.
Yeah, it does look kind of like just faded. Like it does look like
Which-
something that, yeah.
It's fine.
All right. So we have St. Louis City's secondary kit, the Confluence kit. It's inspired by the two rivers that form the backbone of the St. Louis area. The Confluence kit is more than just a celebration of these natural wonders. It represents the unstoppable energy that flows through the city and the supporters who come together at City Park. Well, okay, so depending on where you saw it, at first it looked like it was just plain white, and you see actually with has the kind of waves going on there. It's okay, but it's just kind of boring to me.
Yeah. This is
I love
just
their sponsor. I think there's so many cute things you can do with that kind of a sponsor.
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
Purina, like, oh my God, just so many ideas. I did not like this kit at first, but then the lines, I saw them and then I compared them to all the other kits, and I'm like, compared to all the other white kits, this one's not as bad.
yeah, the lines kind of save it on it a little bit, but
100%.
yeah,
again, I hate to say this, but it's an away kit.
yeah.
It's a away kit.
like
I
that.
mean, with some lines.
It's just really kind of
Yes.
boring, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
And here we are.
The GTA kit for Toronto's secondary, the GTA kit, the first ever kit,
Not Grand Theft Auto, by the way.
I know, not to feature the club's primary logo. The global Toronto area kit instead has Toronto FC's secondary mark on the chest as a nod to the city's diverse culture and wider global community as the world shares love for the beautiful game. Yeah, not a fan.
This is my worst one. I'm sorry.
It's
This
bad.
one.
I think
Mrs.
everyone's worst one.
I don't get the whole like shield things in the background. Like it just kind of looks weird and it's boring, and yeah, I don't like it.
Can
I think
say
my
something?
thing is that like if I'm sitting in the room, right, where it happens, the front office, and we came in last the prior season, right? Fans are upset. They like don't want to come back probably. They just have to watch an awful season. We're losing money. Why would you not put all of your energy into a kit that's going to save you, right? A kit
Mhm.
that people are going to be really excited about and like make people talk about you. The fact that you came in last and then you're starting the season with an awful kit, I feel so bad for those fans.
And also it has white shorts.
Oh
Look at the
no!
guy, he has white shorts on.
Oh, that's
God, we hate.
brutal.
Hate that.
Oh man, hate to see it.
Yeah,
Hate to see it.
we don't like white shorts.
If they won the supporter shield, then I'd be like, oh, cute. But like, they were not even close.
No.
It's a bad kid.
Yeah.
Now let's talk
oh,
about good kid.
Something much different. Yes.
Vancouver Whitecaps primary kit, the 50 kit, a celebration of the Cubs' golden anniversary. The 50 jersey honors every fan who supported the Whitecaps over the past half century and helped Vancouver on the North American soccer map.
I love this one. This is one of my top ones for sure. It is clean. It is classic. It looks like it could be a Union kit, to be honest,
Yeah, it
with the
does.
color scheme. But I really like that, how the gold stands out on that navy blue. So really a top kit.
Yeah, this is my number 2. NYCFC 1, this one's number 2 for sure. If this is what the Union came out with this season, I would have bought it instantly. Like, not even thinking twice, not looking at my bank account, just immediate purchase. I love how clean this is. I love the colors. I love it navy blue and gold. Top 2 for sure.
So fun fact, that badge you see there, that was a Vancouver Whitecaps first 3-year badge. And their jersey was actually red and white. And they had that little, you see a little color, kind of like what Cincinnati had, that little V.
Mhm.
Well, they had a very pronounced V, like almost went down halfway down their jersey. It was like white, and then they had a red
Oh
jersey.
my God.
Yeah, it was like really big. Like, go check out like 1974 Vancouver Whitecaps jersey sometime, you see what I mean. Pays history, pays respect. This is actually my favorite kit all year, of everybody, all year. This is clean, beautiful, right to the
I'd
point.
say this is like my number 2. My favorite one's Minnesota.
Mhm.
And I think this is my number 2.
So that is all for 2024. A really solid year. I'll be honest with you. Outside maybe 1 or 2, this is probably one of the better years of kits I've remembered, because there's been a lot of
Definitely.
great kits. So let's go around the room real quick before we wrap up. What was everybody's? You can give me your top 3. As we know, these things change. What was your top 3?
My top 3 would be Minnesota, Vancouver, and Suck It Todd. The Union, my third one. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. My worst one, definitely Toronto.
Follow me?
So number 1, NYCFC. Number 2, Vancouver. Number 3, out of bias, Suck It Todd, the Union.
Yes.
And then my worst one, Toronto.
My top 3 would be Vancouver, for sure, Minnesota, and then Portland. Union are in the top 5 though, so I guess Suck It Todd. I don't know. I don't know, like because I still love Chicago's. There's like, I still love NYCFC's. Like,
Yeah, I would say like my other, yeah,
it's
like
maybe
Charlotte would be like probably my
Charlotte.
4th.
But
and
that's
then,
what we're just talking about.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many good kits
oh,
this year.
for sure, for sure.
And my worst, the worst kit is definitely Toronto. So we
Yeah.
all agree
Oh.
on Toronto is the
Yeah.
worst kit. Sorry, Toronto. I think this year, as I said on the prediction show, I'll give you guys a spoiler for tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be between. They might be fighting for the wooden spoon again this year, so they might have the worst kit and the worst record again this year. So anyway, that's all the time we have for the One Team We Agree On. We're gonna start wrapping up here. Couple things first, Poulomi, thank you so much for joining us today. Where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at PoulomiB22 and any other social media. It's all the same. I keep it uniform.
And you guys, as I said last episode, I will be joining Jeffrey Mitchell and the rest of Sons of Ben this spring to raise money for childhood cancer. My goal is $500, and I will include the link below. So if you feel free, any amount, heck, if you want to donate $1, please donate $1. Just want to help raise money for childhood cancer.
Yep. And the MLS prediction show and review of the Art of Dupe episode will be coming out too. So keep an eye out for that.
And if you're heading down to the watch party on Tuesday, or on Thursday at the park event, send us some pictures. Let us know how it was.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear about it and see all the reviews.
Yeah, we were really hoping to go to the watch party, but at the same time, it's like it's so late, and we live like an hour and a half away from there, and I have to be up early for school the next day. So
Can't believe we're back though.
I know I can't wait for Saturday.
I'm
So
excited for
excited.
Tuesday.
Yes, well, obviously Tuesday we're going to be
Excited
watching
for it
from home.
all.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I'm excited to be back at the tailgate, back in the river end, back in 136. You know, we're going to be cold, but we're going to be having fun. So I can't wait.
It'll be
Yeah.
great.
It will be great, and it's gonna be a fun year. I'm looking forward to spending time, like I said, with all our friends, and of course you.
Yes.
Of course you. Yes.
Oh, so cute.
But until next time, that's all the time we have for the One Team We Agree On.
Right. Well, I'm Jillian,
And I'm Kyle.
and thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the
At the
game.
game.